I'm Kirsten. I'm the branch manager here at the Carteret County Public Library in Beaufort, and I have another book talk for you. This one is a young adult fiction novel by Anna Marie McLemore, Dark and Deepest Red. It came out in 2020. I mentioned in a previous book talk how much I love fairy tales, and I desperately do. I think they are amazing. And this book is a modern retelling of an old Danish fairy tale, The Red Shoes, which is all about shoes that cause the wearer to dance uncontrollably and what happens to that person who can't stop dancing. And so in this story, it's told in dual centuries. It starts in 1581 in Strasbourg with a young girl who is a gypsy, and she and her family witness in the town that they live in. One day, young women just start dancing and they can't stop. And it's not that they're wearing any particular kind of shoes. In some cases, they're not wearing shoes at all, but they just cannot stop. Something is happening. They call it a plague, a dancing plague, and they can't stop it. And so at some point, young men start joining in this, and it's just uncontrollable. Now, she ends up being a scapegoat by the town who think of her, because she's a gypsy, as being a good scapegoat to blame for this. And so she's trying desperately to figure out a way to stop it. Then in the other century, the modern day, there's a young girl named Rosella who, in the town that she lives in, every year for a week, there's something called the Glimmer. And during that week, magic happens. During this particular glimmer, her and her family make shoes, and they make red shoes as their number one seller. And all the young girls have received a pair of these red shoes except for Rosella. So Rosella makes a pair for herself, which causes her to dance uncontrollably, and she can't stop it. And the red shoes end up getting fused with her feet, so she can't take them off. And her friend Emil are desperately trying to figure out how to stop it before these red shoes destroy her, which is what they're trying to do. And these stories end up being connected even across centuries. They end up being connected. And what exactly is going on to cause them to be connected? And what happened to cause these shoes to go crazy? And what happened to cause the people in the town to end up trying to dance uncontrollably? I love this story. I absolutely do. I think it's fantastic how she incorporated this fairy tale, this very old fairy tale, into this story and made it sound fresh and interesting. So I highly recommend this book. Again, Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore. We've got copies at the library, so we'd be more than happy to get you a copy. But I think you'll really love it if you're into fairy tales, fantasy, if you're into adventure, if you're into romance. There's a little romance in there, but I highly recommend this book. All right, thanks so much.